Trying to look at my calendar to figure out my life. So I have to balance and figure out how I'm going to manage my time here because I have a really big market coming up, so I have a lot of stuff to do for that. And on top of that, I also have shops in town where I sell my stuff in, and then I also have my online orders. So trying to figure out the balance of everything in life and such. I'll put this hat on real quick so you can see this is my new hat design that I've been working on. Alright, so this is the new hat design I've been working on. Really like it. I just need to knit the brim. I do like a 1x1 ribbing for the brim, and I really like how it looks. I don't really like how crochet brim looks, and honestly it takes me longer than it does to knit it, and when you factor the price of the product, time spent making it is a big portion. So yeah, and I think it'll be fun to have a pattern that's both knit and crochet together. So that'll be on my website coming soon. I am thinking about starting my Etsy shop. Like I said, I have a website. It's just my username dcmhhiba.store. But the thing is with having your own website is you have to generate your own traffic. So that is a lot. So trying to figure out ways to generate more traffic, and I was thinking, especially right now with it being a holiday season, a season where people tend to buy a lot of gifts and stuff, I was thinking of doing my Etsy shop for a little bit. And honestly, even with the Etsy shop, I'm not even planning on people buying from my Etsy shop. I'm just planning on it being a way to direct people to my website, because things are still going to be cheaper if they buy it from my website than from Etsy, because Etsy just has so many fees and stuff, which is why I didn't want to do it. Also, right now, Etsy's having a big issue of having a lot of drop shippers and people just like selling stuff from Temu and AliExpress and just places like that on there. So it's not actually handmade stuff, which is what it's supposed to be. So yeah, that's been the thing. So I was gonna test it out and see. It's just trying to figure out what items I want to have on there, what I don't want to have on there. And with Etsy, I think it would be better if I just stuck to stuff that is already pre-made that I have done, rather than my made-to-order stuff, because Etsy has really strict guidelines, I think, of how fast you have to have things shipped out, and depending on the item, I don't have time to just drop everything and make it to send it out. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do here. Hi, Callie. Hey, buddy. Excuse me. I'm not muted, right? Okay, good. It's like, am I just here talking to myself? Which is what I'd be doing if the camera wasn't on anyways. But yeah, and then I have another place in town that I was thinking about having my stuff at. And I've been sick because someone came to Friendsgiving sick. Not even last weekend, the weekend before. So we're sick, and that's, is what it is. And it's just so funny to me because it's like I don't really leave the house much, and it's like the one time I leave the house, I get sick. So that's cool. That's great. Yeah, so let me know how your day's going. What are you working on? Are you just chilling? I'm looking at my Google Calendar right now, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of today. I have been staying up till like at least 2 a.m. lately working, and just going to bed and then like waking up at like 10 or noon, and that seems to be working fine for me. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, I think. So with that in mind, gonna plan my day out like that. I think my spouse is gonna cook dinner today, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. We're gonna have like jackfruit tacos. Well, taco bowl, burrito bowl situation, I think. So, yeah. Also gonna have chickpeas in it. And it's gonna be, the base is gonna be jackfruit. I don't think I said that. Yeah, and then have quinoa instead of rice. I think that's what we're going with today. And then probably tomorrow I'll cook some lentil soup, some adas. Oh, okay, my yarn ball just fell on the ground. And we're just gonna pray the cats don't touch it. So I have trying to work up all of this yarn that I have. I was a bit worried that I don't have enough yarn to make stuff for this event, but thinking about it, I'm like, you know, the event's in like 2 weeks. You're making everything by hand. Your hands can only go so fast. So I think I actually do have enough supplies to make stuff. Oh my god. My hair. Alright. Okay. Have we made it all the way around yet? Nope. My wrist is being funky right now, so I'm probably gonna stop once I make it through this row and stretch a little bit. So my lips are like hella chapped. Yeah. I have a long list of all the things that I plan on making for this market, and it's like I have that market, and then the next weekend I have another market, and I'm hoping these are gonna be really good markets, especially considering the holiday season. So we shall see. And I do want to, hi Callie, hi buddy, what's up? You're right, I did make it all the way through the row, and I said oh, okay, we're just gonna claw on me like that. I was gonna stop. Okay. I think she's probably hungry, so I'm just gonna set the feeder to go off. Callie, buddy, hey, thank you. Yes, Bubba. Schmedic, it's okay. What's up? If you hear noises in the background, I do have the washer going. There you go. Say bismillah. So, gotta do laundry. Excuse me. Oh, she went and then she came back. Girl, I don't have time right now to get the bowl and put it next to me for you to eat. She's been a Velcro kitty lately, and I don't really have time for that. And I usually, honestly, sometimes just close the office door whenever she's being like this, because I genuinely don't have time. I've got to get stuff done, you know? Oh boy. Okay, let me stretch my wrist up a little bit, because it hurts. And like, this is the first time I'm crocheting today. Haven't done anything crochet wise all day. Like I said, I got up at like noon, so this is the morning for me. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this little stitch marker dude at the beginning here, so I know where I started. Okay, there we go. Honey, I don't have time for this. Can I help you? See what I mean? She's just been a real Velcro kitty. Yeah, go eat. Go eat your num num. You just want me to pet you? Okay. That's what we're doing, I guess. in a good spot? Does that feel good, baby? Yes, my sweet little baby Callie. Okay, so I do need to go to Joann's to pick up a pickup order that I have. But also, could I just do that Wednesday? Let me see here. Wednesday might be the last day for the pickup, so I don't know if I want to leave it that close. So let's see. I might just do it tomorrow because I'm really not feeling it today. And that's okay. I do kind of want to find a market to do this weekend because a girl needs money. And this is my full-time thing, so you gotta work. Da, 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 da. Also, like, let me know if I'm talking too softly. I think I might lower the music because I'm not talking that loud today. I think that's good. Let's see. Business. Yo, I cannot spell right now. Because this weekend is also Small Business Saturday, so like, I'd like to go somewhere for that. Let me see. I am in like a Facebook group that's for like local vendors, and it's supposed to be like a little like networking place for us to talk about like upcoming meeting or upcoming events and stuff. But people are kind of all over the place in here. Excuse me. Ayo. I wonder if there's any. Oh my god, what the heck? So I've just been over here talking to myself apparently, because my stream ended for some reason. I didn't even realize it did that. What the heck, bro? What is going on right now? Oh my gosh. Well, that happened. Did it freeze up again? What is happening? Okay. Alright, well, I've just been sitting here talking for I don't know how long, and my stream has just been off. So now I'm like, what the heck? Callie, you can't do that. Stop. You need to get down. Stop. You're being a menace to society. Stop. Get down. I guess I must have clicked something that made it end the stream on accident. Because I think I have it set to do something like that for some reason. Even though I know I'm not going to remember what buttons do what. Okay. I think I fixed it. So I think at some point I hit escape for some reason and that button stops my stream, so doing great, sweetie. Anywho, I don't think it's gonna tell me how long that video was. Well, welcome back to the stream. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna knit on this. I don't know what I'm gonna watch because I was watching Ranma 1/2 and apparently I didn't think it was something that was like new, so it was like coming out now. I thought it was something I could just binge watch, but apparently I was caught up last night, so I had to figure out something else to watch. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, I think I'm gonna work on this hat for a little bit and then I'm gonna do the working on Etsy and my website stuff, or might go in and out of doing that in this, and then I need to make some more of my miniature beanies, which I can show you guys what those look like. Let's see. Which I'm obsessed with them. They're so cute. They literally open up like a beanie and come on, work. Let's see. Nope, not that window. Oh god. Y'all, I'm struggling. What is happening? Stop that. Stop that right now. Okay. I don't know what I need to do to make this work. Well, I'll figure it out and then I can show you what it looks like. Oh, okay. Let's do it like this. And like, this is one of the products, like I said, like it's done. I have like the pictures for it. I just need to freaking post it and I haven't. Like, oh my god, why is it so blown up? Why are you doing that? Stop that. Okay, sorry, technical difficulties. I don't know why it made the picture like freaking huge. But this is it. So cute. Adorable. Obsessed with it. I just need to get it together and get it done. So yeah. Alright. And I was trying to think of more keychain designs as well. So if you guys can think of any keychain designs, let me know. I had a sticky note. There you are. Of all the things I wanted to do today, or just in general needed to do. I think my brain is just running 1,000 miles an hour right now, and I need to just work on stuff. Oh my god. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll just stay here and work on this. Life's been going. Woke up to a fun message today, so that was cool. Sarcasm, if you can't tell. Okay, I'm trying to think how I'm going to do all of the things that I want to do. And I'm not really sure how it's all going to get done, but I know it'll all get done. So I'll have this open. So, selling digital products. You can specifically sell digital products or services with no shipping. Charges may apply if you're selling. Wait. With no shipping charges. Okay. If you're selling a digital product, then you'll also need to use an app to provide a download link for that product. Oh, okay. I usually do about like 10-13 rows of the ribbing, So to remove shipping from a digital product on the desktop, go to products, pick the product. Excuse me. Make the product up, your variants, what have you, and then in the shipping section, click the "This is physical product" box to uncheck it and save. Okay, so that's it. That's what I thought it was that I had to do. I think we're on row 3 right now of the ribbing. I feel like knitting I can do more so without looking than I can crochet, because all of the stitches are always live on your needles compared to crochet where you're like picking up the stitch one by one with your hook. So apps, digital download apps. To provide a download link to your customers for a digital product, you must use an app from the Spotify App Store. For example, the Shopify. I said Spotify, it's Shopify. The Shopify digital download app is free and simple. We love that. There's also other third-party apps. I like a free and simple. Free and simple works for me. How about you guys? Yeah, my throat is not playing games. I feel like I've been sick for like ever, but it's been like a week. Like a whole week. Just ridiculous. My friend had like a karaoke thing for her birthday and was gonna go, but bro, I'm sick and I'm not trying to pull a Friendsgiving and get other people sick. Because they like rented out a private room for karaoke, so it's like we're all gonna be in like a room together, and a mask does stuff, but it can only do so much stuff. Like this past weekend I did my market, had my mask on, but I knew it was an outside market, so I was like, okay, I think it should be fine. Okay, we're on row 4. Look at us go, you guys. We are zooming. The other thing that I like about knitting the brim is that knitting takes significantly less yarn than crochet does, so if you just have like a little bit of yarn left, you can probably knit a few rows of brim, whereas you could probably like crochet one row. Because I was testing out different crochet brain, where are you at? Different crochet stitches, because I do want to provide an option for people in this pattern if they just want to crochet the whole thing and not knit. So I was testing that out, and I tried to do like the linen stitch. I call it the linen stitch, but I think people actually call it the moss stitch, but like the knitting equivalent to that stitch is the linen stitch, so I call it the linen stitch, and I'm gonna keep calling it the linen stitch. Anywho, so it's basically you do one single crochet, chain one, skip the next stitch, and then single crochet, and you just repeat that, and it makes such a beautiful fabric, and it makes a dense fabric, and it's not going to be like see-through or anything like that. So I really like it. I love using it for my bags because it works up quick and it just gives like such a cute design. Again, the washer's going on in the background. Sorry if you can hear that. But let's see. Yeah, I tried to do that and I was only able to do like almost three rows of the linen stitch, but it wouldn't even go, like, it was like probably a fourth of the way done with the last row, so it was like 2 3/4 row of that, and it did end up making like a tight brim, and I undid it and I knit the brim instead, and I ended up with like 10 rows of knitting in comparison, which is like crazy to me. Oh goodness. And I am using the Big Twist Living yarn, if you're wondering. Love this yarn. It's so soft and easy to work with. I remember when this yarn first started to pop off, and I was watching some yarn review videos, and someone was reviewing it, and they didn't like it, and I was very confused because it's so nice. So I don't know. I don't know if they changed something or what, but I really like it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And the digital products I'm thinking about releasing, like I said, is my pattern for this hat. I was also thinking about making a pattern for my mesh market bag that I have, like my mesh tote bag, because I think it's so pretty. Also, if you use like Lily Sugar and Cream, some of the colorways, it just does this beautiful color pooling. Which, let me show you actually. Yeah, let me just go to my store to show you guys. Oh my goodness. Yes, store. Okay. Now let me do the window capture. I think the washer is about to go off. Heyo, there she is. Let's make it big. There we go. So, I guess I can make it the whole screen. Anywho, so this is what we're working with. This bag, it makes such beautiful like color pooling with the Moon Dance colorway, and then there is a little bit of color pooling with the Sweet Buttercream, or I don't know if it's Sweet Buttercream or just Buttercream. Okay, we get that. But yeah, I think it would be really cute. And I was thinking that one, about making that one a free pattern. It's just, writing a pattern takes time. The ADHD procrastination is so freaking real. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I do want to make some like cute other styles of granny squares for my micro crochet earrings. You might have seen just now like the regular granny squares, which is super cute, classic, can't go wrong with it, but I think there are a lot of cute other designs as well, so that's on my list to do. What time are we working with? It's only 4 o'clock. Okay. Okay, I don't know if this is something anyone else can relate to, but I realized I was wearing Grinch pants, and so when I watched the Grinch movie when I was little, the part where the socks move on their own freaked me out, and for some reason I was convinced that if I went into our basement, in the house I grew up with, if I went to the basement, they would like chase me or something. I don't know, kids' minds, you know? And so I would always, like, whenever turning off the lights, I would run up the stairs because I was like, the socks, Grinch's socks are just gonna chase me. I have no idea, y'all. I have no idea. Alright. And if you're seeing my little stitch marker, I don't even know where he is. It's a little mushroom dude, and I'm obsessed with it. I do sell those on my website. They can double as a stitch marker as well as earrings. So you can buy a pair of the same color, you can buy just one, or you can buy the whole set of the 10 different colors. Excuse me. And have a rainbow of mushrooms. See, we are getting stuff done. This is like halfway done already. Look at us go. I'm using, I believe it's a size 8 needle to 5mm, which is what I used to crochet this. I did use a size H hook 5mm, so I think that works really well for this yarn. Say a pro tip if you're new to the world of fiber arts and things is learning how to read the yarn label, because the yarn label itself will tell you what they recommend as the hook or needle size to use, and that's always a good starting off point. Once you keep going with it and you gain more experience, you'll kind of know just from looking at the yarn, like, oh, I would use this hook size with that yarn, depending on what you're trying to achieve with that look. Also, this colorway always makes me want candy. Like those, specifically those like blue sour belts, like blue raspberry sour belts or what have you, or just a blue raspberry slushy. Like, honestly, it's just every time, these colors, that's what I want. So yeah. See, I could never crochet a rib this fast. And it doesn't, I personally, the look, the knit rib far superior than the crochet rib. That's my opinion. Just like that gif, that's my opinion. Or the vine or what have you. Okay, back to this digital download. So I gotta use the app, and then I'll have to configure the email template, of course. And after I do that, so most digital downloads an email to the customer. Yeah. Okay, I'm not selling a service, so I don't have to worry about that part. I've never been able to focus on reading as well as I am right now. The ADHD is ADHDing. Did I take my medicine? I don't think I took my medicine. Hold on, I think I gotta go take my medicine. I finished this row. Okay, and that's the last stitch of the row. Let's go ahead and count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows done. Gotta put my little needle thing. If you don't have these are, I think, specifically the clover ones. I think I got from like Michael's. It doesn't matter. Just get something like this. Life changed. You don't gotta worry about stuff coming off your needles. Like with crochet, you put a stitch marker in because you just have the one live stitch. It works fine. But with knitting, you need a little more. And this is still how much yarn I have left. I didn't really show you guys the yarn ball when I first started. And this, I love this because it's a one skein project. So this is like the rest of that skein, and it's making a whole full hat. Crazy. But yeah, obsessed with it. I love the texture of the front posts. If you've seen any of my recent live streams, I've just been making this hat and I'm obsessed. Let's see. Okay, so I think this should be super easy. Let's download this digital app to get this done. Install. Let's go. And then I'll go get my medicine so I can take my medicine. Oh my god, I'm muted. So, yeah, I had my cough drops in this bag right here, so I don't know where they went. And I don't know. So I just got one from the cabinet. Hopefully that'll help. Hopefully I don't accidentally like spit it out of my mouth as I'm talking. And if that happens, well, I'll just pretend that it didn't. Cool? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Subject line. Call me Heather. Thank you so much for your purchase. Are your downloads? Please tag me on your social media project posts at DCMHiba. I would love to see your creations. I think it'd be so cool. I can't wait to see like people make these things. I think that's so cool. I'm gonna actually take that part. Space, bop, bop, deep dop, you know what I'm saying? I actually don't have that many tabs open, and I think I'm pretty cool for that. And the person still hasn't responded to me about that event that we messaged them about, so we'll see where that goes. Oh my god, have you guys seen that social media thing of the Wednesday waffle? It's basically this guy. One second. And he was like, him and his friends do this thing called the Wednesday waffles, because it's like, as an adult, everything's so busy, life is so busy, and so they created this thing called the Wednesday waffle, where they basically go through and send like a 2-minute video to each other of just sort of like what's been going on that week to their friend group. And I'm obsessed with that idea, and I think me and my friends are gonna try to do that because life is so freaking crazy, and I still like wanna chit chat with my friends and know what's like going on in their lives and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so show you off this little bag that I made, and this is how the little bag charm works. So you basically take it. So first you would put whatever item you're gonna put in here, because it's essentially gonna get locked by this loop, so you have no worries about it falling out. Where are my, here, so here are my like earphones. Really, they're my spouse's, but I use them, which they're cool with. But so chuck that boy in there and then lock it up, and then you would take it and feed it through. You know, I think I should actually make the strap longer now that I think about it, because hold on, because if you strap it on and then you push it through like this, then it's on there. I don't know, you can still like push it open a little bit and get this guy in there. Now he will be in there, and he will go nowhere. Ta-da! And then it cinches closed like that, and like, look how cute. Look how cute. And you open your little button and use your thing. We love an upcycling project. Ta-da! Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Obsessed. I love making cute functional things. It's my favorite thing. We love it cute and functional. Okay. And this was a great way for me to use up the rest of this yarn, because like I said, I have one skein of this, and it's because the rest of it I had used to make that bag that I showed you guys earlier. So cute. The lighting keeps washing it out. But I had some left, and originally I had made some of these, but in like a cat shape. Oh my god, can you stop washing it out? Thank you. But the thing with that is, because it's a multicolored yarn, you couldn't really tell. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, my desk is always a mess 1000% of the time. Okay, so let's finish setting this up. So these emails will be like, hey, so and so, thank you so much for your purchase. Tag me in any, and no, tag me, is it in or on your social media posts? On? Please tag me on your social media project posts at DCBChippa. I'd love to see your creations. If you would like to sell the project, and ask you credit me for the design. I hate it when apps just give you like 1,000 notifications for no reason. It's like, I didn't ask for this. Okay. See here. For your design. Where am I at? Where is my brain at? Does anyone know? Can someone please find my brain and give it back to me? I'm gonna move you guys up a little bit. There you go. Credit me for the design. You know, one word that always trips me up is appreciated, and there'll be times that I'm like pretty close to the spelling of it, but autocorrect does not want to help me whatsoever. And it's kind of rude, you know? It's kind of rude. There we go. These are anti-glare, so hopefully you're not seeing all that glare, but also because it's a mirror frame, sometimes I've noticed it like reflects the light that way. But what you gonna do? I need to go to the eye doctor is what I need to do. Smiley face. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just punched you guys in the face. My bad. My bad, bro. Much appreciated. Oh. Enjoy. Hibba. Oh, that's interesting. Coding is like one of those things that I'm like, who invented that? Like, who does that, you know? Like, what even is she? Huh? Can you hear my tippy typing? Because when I use my like actual microphone, I know you can, and I think it's so satisfying. I would hate for you guys to be missing that experience. Wow, guys, that was so simple. Look at that. It's done. Okay. I was also wanting to do like a page that was maybe I would just embed it onto here. Actually, I'm trying to think how I'd want to do it. Because I do want to put like my social media on my site. Like have an embed on there. Don't know how I want to do that exactly. Oh, my ears. Ah! They pop. That just made me so dizzy. Love a good chronic illness, am I right? I'm so confused right now. What's happening? If any of you all sell on Etsy, let a homie know. Any good tips or anything. I'm so excited because I ordered more tags and I ordered them from a different Etsy shop than I ordered these ones. I can never figure out how to do this right. There you go. So it just says DCMH Hibba. I picked this font because it's the most similar to my logo that I had at the time, like my full logo. Most of my logo on things now is the like condensed version with the little hat, the little cat with the little sunglasses and yarn ball. So I wanted that to be the hat on the label instead, because I think that's so cute. And then also a font that matched that better. This one's like the spiral design one. Leave it. This is just getting undone. Oh my god, I did not put a stitch marker in this. This is what I find the most hilarious. I literally make stitch markers, can never find them. Can never find them. They're never like in my stuff where I need them. This is like a Mobius strip fidget toy. And that is almost done, so honestly I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it. And it's not called casting off in crochet. What is it called? I can never remember. But essentially cast it off. Okay, anyways, yeah, but I'm getting it from a different Etsy seller, which that first one that I got it from, wouldn't recommend, because their like customer service wasn't great and it was like a hot mess, honestly, because they finally like sent me the proof of the design like days later, which I'm like, okay, that's fine, I'm sure you're busy, it's like busy season right now. But then wouldn't reply to my messages until like 4 days had passed. And like I said, Etsy has pretty stringent like rules on when things have to get out by and be shipped to the customer. So I like had them send me a couple other font proofs of the design, and they just picked the last font design that they sent me as the design to go with and shipped that to me, even though I didn't approve it. And I had messaged them back that same day they sent me those proofs and said like, oh, can I actually like see a different one? And mind you, like, I had tried to message them beforehand, before I even ordered from them, to like get some feedback on a design and stuff. So there was ways that these things could have gone better. Also, maybe if you didn't like wait 4 days to respond. So the like next day after I had sent that last message, which was our last correspondence, I get a message saying like, hey, your order's been shipped. And I'm like, excuse me? Maybe this is a glitch or something, because I didn't approve anything. So like, what the heck? And then I do in fact get it in the mail, and they just, like I said, they just picked the last design that they sent me as the design to go with. And I was like, if I were in their shoes, for one, I wouldn't take 4 days to respond to the customer. For two, I would go, if I just like had to pick one to go with, I would pick the one that they put in their order to begin with, not the one that was like the last one that I sent them in the chat. Because had they picked that one, I would just been like, okay, whatever. But then the one that they sent me was like really off the mark from what I wanted. So I like messaged them back and was like, hey, you just sort of sent this to me and you never responded to me. And they just sent me a picture of them. They look so good. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. The new seller, not the old one. So I'm like, bro, like what the heck, right? So they finally got back to me like days later again, and we're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like we didn't see your last message. What font do you want to go with? And so then I just picked one, and I did it. I wasn't even wanting them to send me another proof. I was just like, just send me this one. And they sent me another proof, and I was like, yeah, it's good, just send it. And yeah, so I was just like, how are you just gonna send whatever? Like, it's a custom product, so you should be, I don't know, more communicative with the customer and like responding to them within like a timely manner, which to me 4 days is not a timely manner. Again, like, I mean, it's busy season. I don't know what's going on with people in their lives and stuff, so like I wanted to give them grace for that, but then like just everything altogether added up, it was just giving like a complete hot mess. And so I did reach out to them first, and okay, also the reason why I picked the seller is because they were reputable. Like I know a crocheter that uses them and had recommended them and has been using them for like years, essentially. Excuse me. And so I was like, that's why I picked them and went with them. And from their pictures and stuff, like, it looked good, but, and you know, with someone who's like been ordering from them for years, I mean, you're just reordering. You don't have to like go through the whole process from like zero again. So I guess you don't have to deal with all that stuff that I dealt with. But yeah, so I had to message them to see if they could do my logo design, and still to this day, no one has responded to me. Let me see. I messaged them the 15th. It is the 25th. No response. Like, you just lost a customer, essentially. Like, I was still gonna give them another chance. And, because, like, the product itself is good, nothing wrong with the product. But then also, after looking at other vendors on Etsy, other sellers, their prices are exorbitant in comparison. So it's like, for one, you're more expensive. For two, your customer service was not good whatsoever. You sent me the wrong product. Like, just like everything that could go wrong, you did wrong. So yeah, anywho. But this other seller that I just ordered from, oh my god, so set, 10 out of 10. I'm gonna wait until I get the product, but so far, freaking fantastic. I ordered it 3 days ago. They've already made the product. The product is done. They sent me like a picture of the done product. Love that. So I'm not expecting that kind of turnaround. That's like a really great turnaround, but that's not like my expectation from like everybody. But oh my god, they're so freaking cute, you guys. And they actually just used my font that I had in the picture I sent them. They didn't use like one of their fonts, which is like going above and beyond. I think that wasn't even like one of the font options that they had. So I'm like gobsmacked by that. That's so freaking awesome. Like, I love that. But yeah, I had messaged them right after I put in my order and like was like, here's a copy of my logo. And they had messaged me back like, thank you so much. Like, we respond to all of this stuff on Monday and we'll send you a proof on Monday, which they did. Today is Monday. I'm just like so ecstatic that it's not like a round 2 of like chaos hot messness. But they're like, thank you so much, have a wonderful weekend. I was like, yeah. I was like, sent them the first picture that was like, this is kind of like a proof of the idea of what I'm looking like. And then I sent them another picture that was like just the cat in the logo, because like I said, it's like with these you pick from like their list of texts which one you're gonna go with, and they'll send that to you, or they'll like, you know, pick that font and then type in whatever it is you wanted on there. And and then I sent them like just the isolated picture of the cat and then an isolated picture of the cat in black and white to the best of my ability. And they were like, sounds great. We'll take a look at that on Monday. Have a great weekend. And I'm like, you too. And then, to me this morning, but it was noon. But y'all know that's when I got up. So, they sent me the proof and they were like, also, this is so adorable. And I'm like, oh my god, thanks. And yeah, I was like, it's perfect. I love it. And then they literally just sent me 2 hours ago a picture of the actual product. And I'm like screaming because it's beautiful. It's the best thing I could have imagined. So, so happy about that. Okay, this is done. So I just need to weave this end in. Give it about that much. And these are great if you're looking for like a way to use like some scrap yarn. These fidget toys, fantastic. Doesn't use that much yarn. I have this much of this like rainbow yarn, which the only reason why I bought this, I didn't have any of this. I had to buy it because I had an order. And I'm like, I made an ear warmer out of it, and then this is what I had left. So this is the second fidget toy I make out of it. And again, it's the Big Twist Living Yarn. So it's just really good. Where are my needles so I can weave this in? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Everything is falling on me. I'm also really excited because I finally got done editing my YouTube intro video. I missed a stitch, so we're gonna have to pull this back. Okay, that's fine. And it's gonna be live Friday at 8 p.m. and I'm so freaking excited about it. And can't wait for people to see it. Because I've had it, oh my god, I've recorded that intro video like so many freaking times. It's not even funny. And I would like step away from it and then I would come back to it and then I would be like, oh, actually, scrap all of this. We're starting from the top again. And so, yeah, I was like, girl, we need to just post this. You need to just post this. So I finally like got it recorded and it's like 1000% the best one out of all of them, because now I'm like way more comfortable in front of the camera and stuff, and just like, you know, that whole like talking to the camera and all of that. Why is that one facing the wrong way? Weird. But Now I'm concentrating. My bad. 1 second, guys. So, yeah, it's definitely the best take out of all of them that I've done. And each time I've done it, it's been like a little bit different, like of an idea of how I approach it and make the video. But this one, chef's kiss, I think it's so funny. Which, I mean, I think I'm funny. I literally, anytime I record a video, I'm just sitting there laughing at myself. Which is, you know, you should, the things that you make, the creative things that you make, especially, I think should bring you joy. So, and I also love these fidget toys because I literally just sell them for like $5. So it's like a really cheap item in my booth for people to just grab, and people love them, like I said. So I think if you're looking for a little item to have in your booth to sell, these are great. Also, these marble pushers. Okay, one of the stores that I sell my stuff at was like, okay, but what if you made it and made it look like a cigarette? And they were like, I don't even smoke, I just think it's funny. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll do that. And so that's why I made this guy. And there's just like a little marble in here, and you just push it back and forth. And I've literally got this sack of marbles. I don't even know how many of those I've made. At least like way over 10. But I literally still have all of these marbles. I literally got this from Dollar Tree. And it's great. And then you could do like other designs of marble pushers as well. Some people do like a little maze thing and that stuff. You can get like intricate with it if you want, what have you. But I just love these, the little like $5 item. They take like 2 seconds for me to make. Great way to use the little bit of yarn that you have left. Where did I put it? Is it in my lap? It's always in my lap. That's the answer. Whenever I really can't find something, it's because I just put it down in my lap. Anywho. So yeah, it's a little Mobius strip. So how it works is it's an infinite loop. So you just pull it and it just keeps on going forever and ever. And it never stops. Let me show you. And it just keeps going. And going. And going. And going. Love them. They're so cute. So that's dope. And then I was like, you know, I have this scrap, this little bit of yarn from this baby blanket that I made for an old coworker. So I was like, I can use this to make some marble pushers. If I have any yarn left over from like this hat that I'm currently making, then I could use that. But I think I'm hoping to be able to just use it all in this. Like I said, I think we have, what is it, 6 or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we have 8 on the needles. Just look at the ribbing. I love a knit rib. 10 out of 10. I feel like we were talking about something and then I completely changed direction. But is anyone surprised, you know? Is anyone really surprised? My phone buzzed for some reason. Is this important? Let's see. I do need to pick up that yarn though from Joann's, like I said, because this one wasn't a full skein that I had, but this was like as far as it got with it, and I'm just like dying to finish it, and it's just been sitting here on my desk, and I'm just like, I want it done. Okay. Hoi, 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 hoi. Really can't wait to not be sick. They're gonna mail them out tomorrow. I not me about to cry because I'm so happy about this. I don't know if it'll come in time. A girl can pray. Inshallah, God willing it comes in time, but I don't think it will, and that's fine. Girl, sign me in. Why'd you sign me out? That's how I feel. Okay, let's see. Trying to set up my Etsy shop, like I said. I hope this, works. Where's the logos? Logos. These are all my old logo. Okay. How does this one look on there? Hello? What just happened? Okay. That didn't work at all. I'm just gonna go to my email, I think. Because they had sent me like an email about like, congrats on starting your journey. So many spam emails. But it's like I also get like so many important emails, so I have to go through them. Alright, there's a one-time fee, which I don't like, but you gotta spend money to make money. That's how life works. What brings you to Etsy? No, I don't need your help. Maybe with this one. Okay, so what's wrong with this name? No special characters, okay. Oh, I can't have spaces in the name of my shop? That's a little weird, but okay. I'm giving this attitude right now. I mean, can't I just click both? I feel a sneeze coming, but I don't want it to come. I'd like it to go away. Thank you. This specific finger, my right ring finger, just keeps being a little butt. I really want to stop doing this. But I have to do it. I don't want to. Okay. We're gonna take a break from that. Let's see. All of the shows I've been watching are literally like, you're caught up, and I'm like, how about no? How about you let me watch what I want to watch? Like, how about it just keeps on going? Oh my god, that's so loud, bro. I've decided on Fairy Tale. I'm on episode 218. Okay, let's finish this hat like we originally set out to do. Okay. I do need to make some more of my Sunny Angels clothes. I feel like I can never have enough of them, but I am trying to expand. I have them in one of my shops, and then there's another shop in town where I don't have my stuff at yet, but I do want to have my stuff at, and that's one of the things they really want. There's another shop as well that I talked to about having the stuff, but they weren't sure because they were down the street from the shop that does sell my stuff at. But I talked to them and they were like, girl, get your coin, we don't care if you want to sell your stuff there too. And I was like, cool, because the dude down the street was like, I don't want to sell what my neighbor sells, which is like totally fair, 100% understand that. But he was like, maybe if you can make something different for us that's different than them. And so I was thinking about making like jewelry for the Sunny Angels, but what I'm thinking here is like matching sets. Am I right, y'all? Like, it could be a little bracelet for the Sunny Angel, but guess what, you have a matching one, like something like that. That's the idea I'm kind of floating around. Let me know if you're a Sunny Angels fan, how you think about that, what you think about that. And the Sunny Angels clothes is also one of the things that I need to finish processing the pictures for my site, and I need to get that done. And hopefully me talking about this to the internet makes me be more accountable. I don't know, lights a fire under my butt about it. I think what I should do is maybe have like a making goal for the day, and so it's like if I reach that goal, then it's like cool, you can like work on other stuff or like make more stuff, you know? Trying to give myself a schedule and be like a way for me to stay on top of things and to try my best to be the most efficient with my time to get as much done Okay. Hey, buddy. Callie has decided to join the chat again. Hey there. Hi. Hi, Bubba. I'm working. What's up? Nope. Nope. Please don't claw me. Thank you. I do want to do an Animal Crossing live stream soon. I haven't crossed my animals in so freaking long, and literally all I do is work, and I need to do something different, which I guess I would still be working because I'd be live streaming it, but like, our girl's gotta change it up. She needs to do other things. Okay. Had to make sure I wasn't muted again. Alright. We've got a couple more rows done. I think we're almost done. I have so much yarn left, which I don't understand. Because since I've been doing these designs, these hats, my specific pattern, I haven't had much yarn left, so I'm kind of confused. But like, I tried it on. If you were at the beginning of the stream, you would have seen that. So I don't understand why there's so much yarn still left. Okay, I'm currently on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's see, because usually, like I said, sometimes I do like 13 rows. It just seems like it's really long. So I'm gonna finish this row and then take a look at it and see what we think about it. Alright. Oh yeah. Okay. So it's like I have 2 more skeins of this colorway to make, and then I think I have like 2 skeins of other colors. Maybe like 4 actually. So it's like 6 hats. They take me about 2.5 hours each-ish. So probably like a couple of days and I should be able to just like crank out all of the hats I have to make. Which I don't think is too bad. Like I said, my next market's on the 8th, so I think that's plenty of time to get this done and then all the other stuff done. So big things that I'm trying to focus on aside from the hats are I was thinking about making bags, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that because honestly I'm not having the best of luck of selling bags anyways. Okay, let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 on here. Honestly, I mean, I would just like this yarn to be finished. I don't want to have like extra. But what do we think? I mean, I kind of think that's like enough rows for a brim. Handy dandy ruler. It's like 2 inches. Actually, I think it's good. I think I'm gonna stop it right there. So I'm gonna actually I did one too many, so we'll undo that, and then I do a tubular bind off, which is probably the part that takes the longest to do, but I think it's worth it. I think it gives it a really great look. So sorry about that. So let's see here. Okay, I like to use a needle with a small eye because then the yarn doesn't come off the needle. And then usually how I do this is I go 3 times around the hat, and that's usually good, and I usually have a leftover, so we'll do that. Rather have leftover than to be like doing it and then run out of yarn, you know. Oh, she tried to run away. Got him. Okay. I have no idea what's going on right now in this show. It's just sort of playing and I'm just like, what even's happening? Okay, so let's see. It's like 3.5. I think that's good. It's cut. So I have this much yarn left. So we'll see if the other hats have that much left too. I guess I could make like a little pom-pom. I don't know, I'm not a big pom-pom person. Also the pom-poms I make, I feel like are always like just not giving. Like, what is this? Like, they're like Oh boy. And when doing the tubular bind off, I actually like to put a stitch marker on the first 2 stitches because then it just makes it easier to find them when you finish. It's definitely an intimidating bind off at first, but it's the end result is very much worth it. Okay, let's see here. So our first stitch is cast off. Let's do the next one. And there goes our first 2. I would like to see how long it takes me to do this because I think this takes the longest. So it's about like 4. It's 5:04. So we'll see how this goes. And I've seen like so many different methods to do this. I had to watch like a bunch of different videos to find a video of someone doing it that made the most sense to me. So if at first you don't succeed, try again, you know? I was getting so mad. It was not fun. But we prevailed and we figured it out. My spouse just got home from work. Hi. Okay. And the best part about this is it makes it look like it just keeps going, if it makes sense. I'll show you in a second. So you can see it just makes it look like it's continuous and it never ended. And I think it looks super good, and it's very stretchy, which is important because, you know, this is a hat. I don't want to have like done all this work to make the brim and everything, and then when you cast it off it's like really tight, so then it's like a hassle to get on and off. Oh my god, it keeps getting stuck on my other needle. Okay, let's try to move it out the way. And I charge about like $40 for these hats, which is honestly not as much as I would like to charge for it. I think it should be worth more, but supply and demand. This is like, for pricing I have to factor in like how much time it took me, yes, but also like my skill level for such an item. The time it took me to design this hat, because I had to go through like 5 iterations of this hat before I landed on this one. So like that time that it took me, as well as like the cost of supplies, all of those things. So I think 40 is a really good deal. When you think about it all. And honestly, I wouldn't want to charge more than 40 for a hat, because I mean personally, I think a $40 hat is kind of on the expensive side. So I wouldn't want to charge, I like personally wouldn't want to buy one that would be more than that. So can't really expect other people to spend more than that, especially in this economy. And then people are also saying that things are going to start getting more expensive, which, not looking forward to that. That does not sound like a fun time. Okay. Always gotta check to make sure I'm not muted, because that would be tragic. Honestly, we're going pretty fast on this today, so that's nice. Alright. So far, we have figured out how to sell the digital products on Shopify. We've kind of started to set up my Etsy shop, and then we're finishing up this hat, and we finished up a fidget toy, so I think that's pretty good. We started at like 3:15, 3:30, so that's a lot of work. A lot of stuff that got done. Alright. Here we go. And it's like you want to cinch it, but then I also like to stretch it a little to make sure it's not cinching too much. And I would consider myself, in terms of knitting skills, just like a little step above beginner. Not like that much skill. I've been doing it since it's almost been 10 years. No, yes, it's almost been 10 years, which sounds ridiculous. So I want to say it's actually probably been more like 7 years. And then crocheting, I've been doing that for almost 20 years. So I'd say I'm pretty advanced for crocheter. Just freehanding things, making things off the cuff, being able to write patterns and stuff. Alrighty. Okay, I'd say we're halfway done, so I'm definitely getting faster at this, which is fantastic. Practice makes perfect. And that's what I figured when I first started doing this, is I would just start getting faster at it as I go. So, you know, practice makes perfect, and that's why I thought it was worth investing time into. Because number one thing is I always want to make a quality product, and I also want to, you know, part of that is working on my skills and making them better. Alright. I don't know why I keep saying alright. That's the vocal stimming word for today, I suppose. Right. Again. How's everyone's day going? Everyone have a good day today? My day started off iffy, but I think it's going in a nice direction. So I'm thankful for that. Oi. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Makes my heart go boom, boom, boom. If you know, you know. Okay. Let's see. What are my friends saying in the chat? Okay, I'm gonna close that out because that's distracting me. Alrighty. Honestly, I think my goal should be like 1 hat a day from top to bottom. And if I make more, that's cool. If not, that's cool. But at least 1, because I really need to make, as I've been saying, more micro crochet stock. Because I have none. I do have like half-made sets of my skull granny squares, so I do need to finish those. Hi, Danny. And I think I definitely need to make some more of my micro crochet beanies, because 'tis the season of hat and they're actually selling now, versus like when I originally made the design and started selling them back July, which is definitely not hat season, so they weren't moving, but now they're actually moving and getting sold, so I think we need to seize the moment. Definitely is important to make things for the season event type stuff, because that's how you're gonna get the most bang for your buck. Because, I mean, me personally, it doesn't matter what time of year anything is, I will do what I do all year and buy what I buy all year, essentially. But that is not the same for the majority of people. They buy things during seasons. Okay. We're almost done. Looking at the time. Doing great on time. Okay, the last 4 stitches to go. Okay. And I had to look through so many tutorials because people did not want to explain how to do it if it's a purl, or how to do it if it's a knit stitch very clearly until the last tutorial I watched. And then they clearly just told me, like, if it's a knit stitch, you do this. If it's a purl stitch, then you do this. And I was like, oh my god, finally, thank you. After all this time. Okay, and then now I'm on my last stitch, so I have to go through my first stitch, which is on my stitch marker, and we pull it and we try to stretch it out. There we go. And then I go also into the second stitch, excuse me, and we finish it off like so. Ta-da! And that just also helps, I think, because you're stretching it so much on the last stitch, so it helps it come all together. And here's a look at what we're looking at. Very nice, very clean. And there's my calendar notification telling me it's miniature beanie time. So I'm just gonna finish weaving this in. And I don't think I'm gonna completely weave it in, because typically what I do is then I use my tail to also sew in the tag, which, like I said, we just ordered some more, which I'm so excited about. It's the first ones I ordered from Etsy. That seller, hot mess. This one, fantastic. They've already sent me a picture of what the product looks like and are telling me it's shipping out tomorrow. We love. And hopefully the product is also 10 out of 10, like the customer service, and then that way I can just reorder from them whenever I need to and don't have to worry about anything. So I'm gonna leave this tail as is. I think I still have the tail from the beginning, maybe, unless I already wove that in. Nope, I already wove that in yesterday. And the nice thing about these hats too is you can wear it both ways. So if you want it like this with the texture, or if you're like, nah, I want a solid hat look today, there you go. The color pulling on this one's very interesting. It's definitely different than a lot of the other ones, and I'm gonna try it on. So as you can see, it's very long, it's got lots of space, it's stretchy, so it'll fit anyone's hair and stuff like that. And then also if you wanted a little bit more slouchy, you could do that, and I folded the brim up, so that's what it looks like. I think it's so cute. Oh. Ta-da! So yeah, very warm, very nice. Just wrap that boy up, put him over there. Oh, sorry, hit the mic. And let me see, are you cooking dinner? Hydrate or dihydrate, am I right? Okay, so we finished that. That took less than 20 minutes to do that cast off. Didn't really time how much the rim took me to make, but it feels so fast. Making this hat in general just feels like a really fast make, but I do need to fully track that. Just so I know, because I am stuck on the price of $40. I think that's a really good price, but so I know in comparison to other things where we're at. I'm gonna make another fidget toy real quick, and then we'll go into making the miniature hats. So you basically just start with, this is not a tutorial. Let me give that disclaimer real quick. And There are so many like tutorials of this online. I literally learned so many things from YouTube. So basically, instead of just making a regular circle like you would, you're gonna twist it on purpose. And then you're gonna connect your chain 10. Because that's how we're gonna get that Mobius strip, is it needs to be twisted for it to work. Did I twist it? I don't think I twisted it. Okay. No, I did. No? Yes? Yes, no? Okay. And then I'll just start with the chain 10. Typically for my projects, I don't like to start with the chain 10 for the first like double crochet. I like to do a stacked single crochet. But with this specific project, you can't really tell, so there's no point in doing that. I see no point in doing that if you can't tell the difference. And it's just a bunch of double crochets. And for different yarns, it's a different amount of double crochets that I'll put in each stitch. For this specific yarn, I find 3 double crochets per stitch to be good. For this other yarn, I think it was Big Twist Value yarn, I found that doing 5 double crochets per stitch was the sweet spot. So you just want to try it out, and like I said before, you're gonna want to see what hook size is the best for this project, because typically whenever I use this yarn, like when I've used this yarn in the past for other stuff, I actually use an eye hook, which I want to say is a 5.5 millimeter. But for these projects, I find sizing down is the move. And doing just a 5 millimeter works great. Okay, so then you made your way all the way around, and then you're gonna push that part down that you've already done, and then you're gonna work in the other side of the loop of your original chain 10. And that's how you get that like double layered circle action. And I need to lower this. This is a little too high. And like, I'm pretty much halfway done with this, and it's not even been like 5 minutes. And that's the thing too I found, is sometimes you have to offset the price of things based off the other things that you make to end up making how much money you're supposed to be making for items, if that makes sense. How I explain that. And then I've also seen people make these fidget toys, these Mobius strips, in flower designs, which I think is cool, but personally don't think it's worth my time. I want these to be a quick little $5 item, so spending more time on it isn't worth it to me. And then pretty much once I'm done with this part, all I do is I go do slip stitches in the tops of each chain, of each stitch I mean. And that's just because like in the tutorial that I watched, she had mentioned that was a good idea because the more you use it, the more stretched out it's gonna get, which I was like, yeah, and then doing that slip stitch is gonna help it from stretching out, which I was like, that's a good idea. You're right. Okay, so I'm going to go into this one. Yes, I know, calendar. It's miniature beanie time. You've already told me this. So yeah, slip stitch into that one, and then we're just gonna slip stitch all the way around, and you can kind of tell it's done its thing. I'm connecting to the beginning of the fidget toy, that chain 3. And if you find that you're doing this and where you're trying to connect to is not the beginning, not your chain 3 or what have you, then you did it wrong. So that's a little tip. And it's important to do that twist in the beginning. That's how you get this end result. If you forget to do that twist, then you messed up. At least in my experience, that's what I found. There might be another way, I don't know. And I have no more marble pushers, so I definitely need to make more of those as well. I'm thinking of having like a little bin. I already have like a little basket that I put these in, but it's usually like these and my little mystery turtle plushies, which people love a mystery item, y'all. So if you're thinking about it, definitely do it. And I mean, I've seen people even charge items that are worth like $15 in a mystery and people buy them. I charged, for my little turtle plushies, I only charged $7 and people are all about them. And it's so fun because people would be like, oh my god, I want like this color turtle plushie, because you don't know what color you're gonna get because it's a mystery. And so this one of the events I did a couple weeks ago, someone was like, oh, I really want to have a pink turtle. I don't know, I was like, yeah, see, if you do, if you get one. And then they opened it, and I think it was like their friend that they had with them, and they were still like in front of my table as they were opening it, and I was like, oh my god, let's see. And they did get a pink one, so that was fun. Just a fun little surprise. Okay, so I think that is the last stitch. I like to leave a nice generous tail, and I do the thing where you do it in a way that it doesn't look like you ever ended or started anywhere, because the way that you do this, it just makes it seamless. I don't know how to explain it. You're gonna have to look it up. Okay, so we're going to skip one, then you go into the next one, do a little boop, and then you go into this one, do a little shadoo-doo, and ta-da! It's like it was there all along. Now we're gonna do the same for this guy. Cover up that little dent. Beautiful. And then I weave in my end like normal. Now definitely like think about different yarns you could use for the marble pushers, because I know some people don't like that feeling of like when you rub two pieces of fabric together and it's just like icky. That can happen with the little marble pushers. Maybe it's a neurodivergent thing, I don't know. Something I definitely need to do is make more signs for my table and stuff, and I need to write that down on my list because I always like think about it, but then I never do it, and then it's like last minute and I don't have time to do it. But especially like with my where'd it go? Here it is. With my business name, Don't Call Me Heather, I'd like to have a little thing like explaining what it means, why it's called that. Because sometimes people ask, sometimes for the most part, like, people ask, people think it's funny, which is like kind of the point. And then some people will just like look at it and then like make a face and be all mad about it and then like walk away, and I'm just like, okay. Dramatic much? Like, you don't even know why it's called that. And also, you're just like overreacting for no reason. It's not even like something serious. It's literally supposed to be something not serious. Okay, and I'm almost done. And I'd say that took me... Oh, no, I don't like how I did that. We're gonna go back this way, actually. So this took me about, like, what, 10 minutes to do? And I had one event that was at the college campus in town, and college students freaking love these because it's great to have a little fidget and they're quiet, so if you're playing with it in class, no one's gonna notice. So there's actually two ways you can play with this. You can pull it, and then I also seen people just like push it, which after doing it I can see why that's satisfying. It just keeps going. So yeah, there's another one. So here's our little two. I'm gonna go ahead and ball this yarn up because it's very floppy. And one thing that I am not excited about, or not excited about, I don't know if upset's the word or what. So what I do, some of my micro crochet is made with embroidery floss, and then some of it's made with Aunt Lydia's crochet thread in a size 10, and I just got this in the mail today. It's literally so messed up right there. But I've noticed they stopped selling two of their colorways they used to have, or I don't know if they only used to sell one at Michael's and not sell it also at Joann's or what, but there's on my website, like the picture I showed you guys, that like brown one, I can't find anywhere. They don't have it at Michael's or Joann's, and I was like, what the heck? Especially because it's like I've been buying that yarn or that thread for like so long, for years, and it's always been there. It's like a staple color, so I'm not sure why it's gone now. And then the other one that's like a blue, lavender and stuff, they don't have that either. It's not at Joann's anymore. It's at Michael's sometimes, but a lot of times it's been sold out. I think last time I went to Michael's in person, it wasn't there. It is listed online, but I'm pretty sure like last week when I was buying yarn, it was sold out. So don't know what that's about. But I really liked how the brown looked, especially in like the beanie design. and how that blue one looked as well. So I don't know what the situation is there, if they're bringing it back, if they're not bringing it back, but I would like it to come back. Okay, I'm gonna finish balling this up, and then I think I need to go on a bathroom break. Oh, is that how you pick that? Interesting. And then one thing too that I've been avoiding because I'm making a pattern design is because I haven't made one yet. So figuring out the whole like how I want to have it laid out, the branding and all of that. So here's our little ball of yarn. Here's our hat ball of yarn. These three little guys. There. Oh, my back just popped a lot. Okay, so yes, calendar, it is miniature beanie time. Alright, I am going to declutter my desk a little bit because it's a lot going on right here. Let me show you a little bit. Situation is a little bit / a lot of bit of a mess. So I'm going to put these beanies up and this partially finished hat up in my finished drawer over here. Okay, that's out of the way, and then pick up all my little yarn balls and these guys and put them in. I'm gonna put you in this drawer. It's not typically where you go, but it's where you're gonna go today. Okay, and that's weird. This one's so much smaller than that cake. Huh. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this one and this one. And I'm gonna put these with that stuff. And then this is the beginnings of another hat for the tutorial I was gonna make. And then this is gonna be another ear warmer in theory. We shall see how much yarn this goes for. I'm gonna Tunisian crochet my ear warmers because it's a really fast workup that way, and then also it uses up less yarn than just regular crochet. It's just so crazy to me when stuff uses up less yarn, which I do have a little bit more of that same yarn, so it should be fine to make one full one. If not, it'll be like a kid-sized one, and that's gonna be fine. And this scrap yarn doesn't need to be over there. And I have my little fidget toys. Put it in that finished drawer as well. Okay. These are my little washi tapes that I use when I pack orders. I'm gonna put it with the packing stuff over there. That seems like a good idea. I'm gonna put these up where those go. Okay. Oh, I just have a needle hanging out. You gotta go away. Go up in there. I need these for when I do this. And then also my other micro. See, I just got stuff everywhere, y'all. Put these Sharpies up in their cup. Folgers in my cup. Voice crack is real. These rings don't need to be over here, you know, and neither does this. And this goes in there. These I got from doing a little art trade with another person, and I just need to put earring. They had little stud earrings, which is what was attached to these little balls, but I think her name is the Berry Shop with an E. She has some really cool stuff, but I don't really wear earrings, but we did a little artist trade and she got a pair of granny square earrings, so I picked these out because I love mushrooms. And yeah, I just put a loop on it. You can't really see, but I'm gonna just then put a earring backing on there, a lever back, so I can use it as a stitch marker. I have other stitch markers in this little bowl with my little sunny angels, my little demon child, as I call him. Oh, look at that, more stitch markers. That's crazy. It's almost like you make them. Ooh. I do have this floss that I got, which I'm so excited to make something out of this. Don't know yet, but I'm excited about it. I don't know if this is enough yarn to do anything with, but I'm gonna put it up. Okay, there we go, come on. Alright, I think I need to order more business cards, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that right now. I'm probably gonna wait until after my market, which kind of sucks because I really need... So rude, I just got unplugged. I really need a redesign, but everything in life costs money. If you want to place an order on my shop, that'd be really cool. Okay, this is like a little needle puller. These are fantastic. So, especially with doing like cross stitch or embroidery, and sometimes you're just like really trying to get the last bit of floss in there in your design, and it's really hard to pull the needle out, or sometimes it's just like there's a lot of stitches going into the same place and it's hard to get the needle out. Freaking fantastic. Also with micro crochet, like weaving in stuff, it's awesome. This does have a little mushroom stitch marker. Fantastic. I'm just gonna move these guys over here. I generally don't know what I'm gonna do with these jars that I have, but they're here. Okay, and then this is some of the Caron cotton yarn that I got. You saw that rainbow hat. It was made out of this. Freaking love this yarn, but she's gotta go away in her drawer. Come on, there you go. Okay, what's in here? Is there a receipt in here? Receipts go in a little file thing right here. Okay, and then I guess I'm gonna put that in there. It's not really a great place, but just random paper. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Oh, here's a little turtle plushie. He's so cute. Alright. Price tags. Oh, why is a sticky notepad in here? Okay, see, these don't need to be over here. That's why I accidentally used this marker when I was pricing the other day. Those need to go there. So I have my little bin with all of my pricing stuff. So I just use my business cards as the earring cards. So I have a little puncher that does that. This guy right here. And just all of my other pricing stuff. I have a bunch of like cards that I just cut up. They're like blank like thank you cards or what have you, but it's cardstock, so it's great, so I can just cut it up. And use that for that. Oh, that's where my beading needles are. I was thinking about them the other day and I was like, where did those go? Oh, I have a little bow. I don't know what I use it for. I might see if it's enough to make a needle pusher. Might be too small. And then I have this wire, which isn't supposed to go in that bin, but that's where it was. Okay. Getting stuff's done, y'all. Anyone need some catnip? I was over here because I was gonna make some cat toys because I had this market that was like a cat event. But it just didn't get done. I had a lot of stuff to do, and that was one of the things that got chucked off the list. I save all of my yarn labels, and I'm thinking of doing this video where I go through all my yarn labels from the whole year and like rate them, you know, and just like go through and show like all of the yarn that I used. So I think that would be pretty cool. Oh my god, there's so much like little stuff over here for some reason. Did you hear that? Does this still have gum in it? Oh my god, that's crazy. Put that over here. And then, oh, with that Hot Mess Etsy shop, they sent me this button for free for some reason. Which, okay, cool. I really should have used that for the bag I made, I guess. Oh well. Little scent thing. Little temporary tattoo, little sticky thing. Don't know why these things are over here. Alright. We're getting stuff done. Yeah, we are. Awesome, awesome. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna use these stupid jars for. I don't even want these jars for real because they have a bad memory with them. So, one of my bosses in my old job, it's such a hot mess. There's so many things that went into it. But basically, they got me these as a housewarming gift. It's like 3 of them. They got magnetic tops, and then they also have like a little sheet of metal so you can like stick it to something, so then you can stick these to something. And I just hate things that don't have a purpose, and these really don't have a purpose in my life. But basically that boss, soon after that gift, sort of like completely changed their tune, and I was like one of their favorite employees, and honestly was getting like favoritism from it. But then feather star, multi-strand feather star. Okay. It quickly flipped, and then I was like, instead of getting favoritism, was literally getting like hate from them, and they literally tried to do like some stuff to make me lose my job and all that crap. So I don't really like those. It was really a messed up situation, for real. And it was really funny though. Looking back at it, this was funny because, like, what the heck, bro? But I had FMLA and an ADA, and and this boss basically, like, behind my back set up this meeting with HR, which I had no idea what this meeting was about. No one really explained to me what this meeting was going to be about. I just sort of like showed up with my union rep, at least, and they were trying to blindside me and be like, oh, you're using your FMLA inappropriately, which for one was bullcrap. For two was really bullcrap because whenever I was going to use it and like have to take time off work, I literally communicated that to said boss. So I was literally like sending an email being like, hey, I'm taking time off using my FMLA, just to let them know. Shoot them an email. And they could have been like, oh, actually you can't do that, you're using it wrong, or you're not able to do XYZ, or you've already like used your time for the week, whatever. But they never did that. So then come this meeting, and then I was like, well, I have my FMLA. Oh, I was like, I have my ADA, which says XYZ, and then the HR person tried to be like, you don't have ADA, and I was like, you are literally the one that sent it to me. I'm forwarding the email right now. So, no, you're wrong. Okay, these are little, okay, I see what these are now. I mean, but I could still use it just as like a little rivet. Have these. Didn't really have a plan when I bought them, but I know I can come up with something with this, for this. Okay. This is literally how I organize things, just in bags and bags and bags. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'll just go ahead, I guess I'll just put all of my keychains into those little drawers. But yeah, so as you can tell from the story, it was a hot mess. So many things about that workplace were toxic and not good. Very thankful to not be there anymore. I think these should actually go in here too. Where's that little piece of wire that started this whole thing? It's not where you go, sir. This goes here. But yeah, so that was that story. I kind of want to put all of these together. I'm also kind of regretting the fact that I bought all of these, because people don't really want clip-on earrings. But if you do wear clip-on earrings, or you like clip-on earrings, fun fact, all of my earrings come in a clip-on version. So if you want them in clip-on, and even if the listing itself doesn't say, like, doesn't have an option in the drop downs to have a clip-on, if you put it in the checkout that you want it in a clip-on, I will make that happen for you. I know, that's so great, isn't it? Okay. What? Oh, those are all my jump rings. Okay. Little claspy boys. Okay. And I had originally bought all of these cat keychains because, like I said, I had that cat event. So that was supposed to be like super lit. And I did have a couple, and none of them sold. I also had like stayed up the night before that event making so many micro crochet cat earrings, and guess what? None of them sold. And I was like, really? I was appalled. I was like, so I did all of that work for this, and this is a cat event, and no one's buying the cats. And I wasn't sure if it was like my pricing on them or what. I thought the pricing was pretty reasonable. So typically when you buy from someone, the cheapest thing is gonna be just like buying direct from their website. And sometimes things are gonna be a little bit more expensive if you buy them in person, because you have to offset the cost of the item, because it's like whenever you do an event, usually, unless it's like some special circumstance, usually you have to pay a booth fee to be at the event. So obviously you gotta factor in that cost into something. So I usually just like make things a couple dollars more. which is what a lot of people do. So I was like thinking of charging what I would charge if it was just on my site, which is just a couple dollars different. So I don't really think it was the price. I think it was people just didn't want them, which is fine. That happens. Okay. So those are in there. Put that over there. Okay. And that's a little sticky notebook. Can go over there. I'm gonna take everything out of here actually. I'm like low-key hungry, but not really. It's more so I'm feeling the fact that I haven't eaten much than actually feeling hungry, if that makes sense. Okay, see, yeah, you don't need to be here. You shouldn't be over here. Okay, and I did order more earring backings. I'm just waiting for them to come in the mail. So yeah, so this is like an example of the little cat I was talking about. Look how cute! So it's basically this on an earring backing, and then there was a little bead hanging off of it. So adorable. I also lost my other pair of this. I'm pretty sure I lost it at my friend's house. So, it's fine. And then I'm sure if you've seen my social media or anything, you might have seen this design already. My little prototype of the little mini sweater. I love him. I haven't gone back to it at all since then, because I just haven't had the time, which really sucks. But I think I have the time now. How many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 8 of these. And then these are for this. Oh my god. This doesn't really fit in here, huh? But I have all of these stitch markers. Hiya. Okay. So I'm gonna leave these here. I want all of these to go into the same thing. These were all in a bag together. Probably this bag, to be honest. I will say that if you're thinking about offering clip-ons to... I have like a couple designs already in a clip-on setting, which I'm gonna undo. It's some of my miniature beanies. The last pairs that I have are clip-ons. So I was gonna change that. And what I will say, if you're thinking about, or if you do sell earrings, is have your clip-ons with you at the event with all of your like pliers or what have you that you use to put them on, so that way if someone wants anything in a clip-on, you can put it in a clip-on. Because there have been a few times where that was the case, someone wanting the clip-on and I didn't have the stuff with me, and I was like, well, I could have made that sale, but didn't have my stuff with me. And it happens. Okay, what's in this one? Oh, all the hardware goes in this one. Okay. Did I put any in here? No. The clip-ons don't count. Alright. Organizing my life to organize my mind. And these, I don't know if you can tell, there's a bunch of holes in the top of this. It's because my cat, Callie, just freaking bit it. And I'm like, girl, can we not? Like, plastic isn't good for you? Didn't think I had to tell you that, but apparently I do. Cannot close this. Jeez Louise. Ugh. Alright, we're coming up on the 3-hour mark, which is usually about how long I do my streams for, so we'll see. That's just like some sewing material. Oh, okay. Oh. Well, you didn't need to see that. Okay. This stuff, honestly, don't know where I want to put it. Put you right there for now. Hello again. It's me. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so yep, you totally needed that, I know. Really need more water. That's what I need. Banana. Alright, this is like my little travel case. Oh, you can't see it. This is my little travel case that I use whenever I'm crocheting on the go. Okay, where is that? Don't like that. I have another pair of small crochet hooks. I have one more, and it's supposed to be over here, but I know I used it the other day, so it's not over there, and I don't like that. I literally didn't put these rings up at all. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, there is 4 of them. I thought as much. So don't know what's gonna go on that one. I rearranged my desk the other day, so I have a lot more space than I did before. But I'm just over here cluttering it, then using it in an efficient manner. Okay. Okay. Oh, say, can you see? Yep. And usually when I'm traveling, I just put my yarn bits in here. Anytime I'm anywhere, I'm always just throwing my yarn bits into my little holder thing right here, or into my bag. I'm not littering with the yarn. Don't litter with the yarn. Don't do that. That's a no-no. This is my little jar that I keep my stuff in. This used to be pesto. Okay, and this one's just loose up in there. This was beads. There are beads in here. And it's the perfect holder for all my needles, which is great. So I'm gonna put hook sizes I use the most go in there. This guy can go over here. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. Which one? No, not this one. Cookie tins, of course, because I'm a grandma. I literally This has my sewing stuff in it. This has all my embroidery stuff in it. I literally bought this specific one just because I wanted the tin, and I literally threw out the cookies like probably a couple weeks ago. What's the expiration date on here, you ask? It's August 22, 2024, which is surprising because I had bought this probably in 2022. Not even gonna lie. So that's interesting that those last that long. I got my little phone stand thingy over here, which makes sense because I always like put it somewhere and then lose it. Oh, I found my cough drops. What the heck? So sorry if that was loud. Okay, just have like a little pin. Don't know what to do with it, so it's kind of just been floating around. Okay. Some little notes while I'm editing. Don't need that guy. We can go over there. Pen. Pen. Hamburger. Pen. And this one can actually stay in here. Oh, goodness gracious. And I have 2 pairs of this one, so I'll put it in there. I like to keep it prepared. Actually, I'm gonna take not my favorite one. Leave 2 in there. Chuck that in my bag because there have been a couple times where I've gone somewhere and left my crochet hooks at home, and that was very sad. One time was literally like going to like a boba place and was meeting up with a friend, and I forgot my stuff, so when I was waiting for them, didn't have my stuff. Okay. Okay, and that's done as well. I do need to record a video of me finishing this dragon egg purse and then getting that out, because that is a custom order. Yeah. Okay. And there's this guy. The sticky notepad. This one just has 1 sticky note left. Like, I don't want to throw it away because it has 1 left, but I'm also just like, okay. And that's why I tied this up, because I just rolled over it. Okay. Come on. Come on. There you go. Oh, nope. Alright. Here we go. I believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? There you go. Okay. And let me put this in its case, because I'm too clumsy to not have things in their cases. Honestly, I feel so much better with everything cleaned up like this. Can move. Over. Not over. Okay. get our micro crochet on. So I literally have this little baggie of all these micro crochet skulls that can be made into stuff that haven't been made into stuff. And then this baggie that has one pair of granny square skulls. Some of my embroidery floss. Come on. Don't unravel. Don't be that jerk. And I just bought a bunch of embroidery floss. Here's my little tin with my stuffuses. I use these to make my little tutris, Palestinian embroidery cross stitch little decor pieces that I sell. Okay. Oh, one thing that is a pet peeve of mine that really annoys me is when people claim that their stuff is like sterling silver or gold when it's just plated, and with jewelry items it's literally just plated brass, so it doesn't really stay on for that long and comes off after not even that many wears. And it really bugs me when other vendors like tell customers that it's like, oh, it's sterling silver or it's gold, and I'm like, no, it's not, because if it was, you would be charging double the price that you're charging right now, because one pair of like sterling silver earring backings costs like probably more than what you're charging for those earrings. So it really annoys me. And then especially when we're next to each other and then someone comes to my booth and they're like, oh, what is this made out of? And I already have on all my stuff what it's made out of, which pretty much I've transitioned away from like the nickel free stuff to stainless steel, which is a hypoallergenic option that's not expensive. And that just annoys me, because then I feel like they come to my booth and they're like, oh, you just have stainless steel, you don't have blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, they don't even have blah blah blah. It's all an illusion. And that's my take on that. 2 cents. Literally have so many little pieces of floss in here. Come on. Get out of there. Oh, I put the red on here. Interesting. Okay. I'll paint you down a little. Let's see more of what I'm doing. Okay. I need 1 tube so I know what color I got, you know? Okay, let's get this trash out of here. I already have one of those. Okay. Is it all cleaned up now? I think so. Alright. So, got my little hot pink in there. What else is in this bag? Oh, if you're interested in micro crocheting and you see all these people using sewing thread to micro crochet, Fun fact, they're not using like regular sewing thread, they're using top stitch thread, which is thicker than regular sewing thread. It's honestly like, it looks like 3 strands woven together. And a lot of them use this specific brand, which is Gutermann's. You can't really see it. So yeah, if you're interested in starting that and you're like, oh, why is it every time I try to do it and I see their videos, they don't have like their sewing thread snapping on them? That's why. So like this little one that I made, oh, where is it at? Is it not in this one? No, it's in this bowl. Is it? It is in this bowl. Yeah, it's right there. So like this one I made is with regular sewing thread, this little granny square, and I then used fabric glue to stiffen it. It is literally so thin and so delicate compared to whenever I use sewing thread, which is what people have been using. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Okay, this bag is empty. Put that back in that bag. Okay. And there we go. I do want to try to do some of these designs, but instead of cross stitching it, doing it with beading, because I think that'd be really cute. Okay. And alright. And I have this one. So those, I use those, and then I also use the crochet thread for my micro crochet. So I think we're gonna go ahead and make some of these miniature beanies, because tis the season of hats. Right. And I have my beanie design written in here. My little pattern book. Oh, this is like this hexagon flower design that I was trying to do. Do you see this? Does this even make sense to anyone? Where is this? Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's right here. It's literally like such a simple design, and it's so freaking cute. Let's see, which fingers do I do it with? Go, and I got my 1mm crochet hook. Let me drop it real quick. And the whole reason why I started making these is because I think it would be so freaking cute if your stitch marker that you were using was just a miniature version of the big thing that you're making. So like, as you're, oh, this is my 0.6mm. LOL. It's like, why is that so small? 1mm is purple, not pink. So like, for example, as I'm making my hats, my hats to sell, instead of using a regular stitch marker, if I just used a mini hat as the stitch marker. I just think that's so funny and so cute. Okay. Holding the tension on these is like the hardest part, honestly. Alright. And I think the most important thing too is with micro crochet, for me anyways, if you're trying to really make an identical pair, it's very, very important that I just go ahead and make them both at the same time. It's not one of those things that I'll just make one now and then I'll come back to it later and make another one, because attention is such a big part of this. So I'll make like one hat, and then if I come back and try to make another one, they'll be like 2 different sizes. And don't want that. Okay, we have 3. Let's do 4. Hello. Working on a micro crochet beanie right now. Trying to do 12 double crochets into here. Okay. Let's see how many that is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need 4 more. Oh, let me try not to undo it. It's definitely something I need a lot of lighting for. I can't do it in just like regular lighting like I do normal crochet. We got our 12. Haven't made one of these in so long. 1, 2, 3. Oh, please tell me it's not 11. Okay, we have 12. And typically with micro crochet, people do a double magic ring because you really want it to be extra tight, and then also to make sure it's extra sturdy in the middle, because that's a tension point. So it's kind of weird. You have to pull it. You have to pull your end to know which one is your outer ring, and then once you figure out which one that is, then you can pull the outer ring to cinch in the inner ring, and then you get to pull the outer ring, and there you go. Alrighty. And we'll go in the top of that chain 3, slip stitch like normal. That's pretty cool. Sounds like a fun project. Okay, and now we're gonna do 2, 3, I'm excited to see how this multicolored yarn turns out, because it's always fun because these yarns end up looking like I made a little striped hat, but really it's just multicolored, so it just ended up that way. I didn't have to like change colors to do that. Here. Alright, let's see, okay, go two. My phone is buzzing. Wait. Is it anything important? I don't think so. Nothing that needs to be responded to right away anyways. Okay, let's see here. I hate it when air gets stuck in there. Okay, and we end on 1 double crochet, that's correct, and now it's starting to close in, which is fantastic. So on the top of that chain 3. Yeah, this one's probably the hardest one to make since it's got black in it. Great, and then now just do 1 double crochet in every stitch. I think this is probably one of the products I'll put on my Etsy shop, because I think it'll do well on there. It's definitely going to be on my website. No, it seems a little bit bigger than it usually is. I also thought I did this with half double crochets last time, but that's not what I wrote down in the pattern. So I'm gonna trust what I wrote. Yeah, this hat is definitely bigger than it usually is. We'll see. Trying to trust the process, but seems a bit off. I also thought I used my 0.9mm for this, not my 1mm. I'll see. It's always a tension game. Finishing this row. Okay, and then I'll show you guys how it looks like so far. Here's our little beanie so far. Yeah, one more or two more rows, another row of double crochets, and then one row of single crochets, and then it's done. Oh. Just fling the whole thing. I think I'll wait to make more Sunny Angels clothes tomorrow and just work on more of these tonight, because like I said, I don't have any stock of these right now, and in the shops that I sell my stuff in, these are selling, so I need to restock for my upcoming market as well as for my stores. Let's see here. Thank you. I know, they're so adorable. Make a little hat army and be unstoppable. And like you could kind of tell, I love that with the multicolored yarn, it just looks like it's a little striped hat. I am sad that they no longer sell some of these colorways because they made such cute hats. This is the first one I make with this colorway, and I'm really liking it. Excuse me. I think this one is actually the size it usually is. I just needed to trust the process. I just love the look of black yarn in projects. It's so cute, but working with it, oh my god, so difficult. I definitely also want to start working on that little sweater design again, because it's definitely sweater season, and I think right now is the best time to make those, to sell those. Come on, there you go. Alright, we have one more row to go. One thing when I first started to micro crochet is I was like, that's probably gonna take forever to do. And some stuff does, I mean, depending on how intricate you make it, just like with regular crochet, but it honestly doesn't take that long. Definitely takes some skill, but doesn't take that long. I don't know how people make like little animals and stuff like that, like do amigurumi with micro crochet. Could never. I struggle enough doing regular amigurumi. I don't need to try to make that small. Oh, but I did just think about making like a little mushroom. That would be so cute. Just a few more stitches to go. I can't wait to be over this sickness. Definitely feel like I'm on the mend, which hopefully, God willing, means the next couple of days I'll be out of this, because it's been a week now. Not fun. Okay, there we go. And now I'm gonna cut a nice long tail. And this is our little finished hat. He's so cute. Look at him. And like I said, I love how it just looks like it's a striped hat when I just used multicolored yarn and didn't have to do anything in terms of color changes. Now I'm going to use my smaller hook to just weave in these ends. And I like to do the whole invisible chain ending. Okay, yes, get in there. I've tried to use like a sewing needle before and it kind of works. I just find using the crochet hook gives me better control. Still have to try a couple times sometimes. Maybe I should give the sewing needle another shot now that I have like the little silicone needle pullers. Probably be easier. There we go, to pull it through. Okay, and then I cinch that, and then I'm actually just going to tie a couple of knots between the top and the bottom one. Thank you. So this is the tail from the magic circle in the top, and then this is the tail of what we just did. So when I tie the knot, it's kind of gonna just end up in the middle. It's not going to be noticeable, and it's the best way I found to end it. And I do one knot and then I do a sergeant's knot, so it's really secure. Okay, I'm gonna stab that through. Maybe, can I flip it inside out? I don't think so. I'd like the knot to be moved further down. Okay. And then we do the surgeon's knot. 1, 2. And push it in there. Pull it really, really tight. Oh, the yarn broke. Yep, that usually happens. But the knot is secure, so it's fine. Everything's fine. This isn't going anywhere. And for the side that didn't break off, I will cut it off. put a little dab of fabric glue just to make sure it's all secure, because I definitely don't want that to unravel on someone. And I have a toothpick in here somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. Come on, I know you're in there. Okay, I guess I'll just use the tip of this pencil. Just trying to get a little bit. There we go. Just the tiniest bit. And I've definitely recently been opting more for fabric gluing stuff than just knotting it for extra security. And there he is. He's done. Now I just have to make his partner. And then once they're all dried up from the gluing, then I'll put the earring backing on, and then that way they can be used as a stitch marker or earrings or both. Okay. And usually what I find too, since this is a multicolored yarn and the repeats are uniform, but it takes a while for the repeat to happen, is usually every other hat is what gets paired together because they're gonna look the most similar to each other. That's just what I found to be the case with this specific thread. Oh, come on. There you go. And we start all over again. And it's just so funny because it's like literally just doing the same thing you would do if you were making a big hat. You're just using smaller tools. So it's just like a similar stitch pattern motif. So not that difficult. Not very intricate. Here we go. I found my flow again. Okay, how many do we got? 1, 2, 3, 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. Okay, get it off there. And pull up big loop. And we'll count again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, black yarn is so hard to count. Okay. Okay, we have 12. And so I'll do the same thing. I'll pull my tail to figure out the outer loop. Okay, and then I'll pull that one to make the inner loop smaller. It's definitely a confusing part when you first start to do it, and you gotta be careful because if you tug too hard, as you guys saw, the thread will just snap. It's happened to me before a few times. Not fun, because then you gotta start all over again. Okay, there we go. And like I said, tension is so important, so I have to wrap the thread around my fingers a bajillion times. This is not how I hold my yarn when I'm just regular crocheting. Yeah. And that's the thing, you're working with such small crochet hooks, you will stab yourself. That will happen. It's part of the process. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that one and then do 2 in this one. Come on. Okay, I think this one's tension is probably tighter than the other one I made. So we'll see how they compare. It's usually what happens to me, like the first one I make is always a little bit looser than all the ones after it, because I've found my groove. Okay. Yeah, normally the lighting that I have on me is directed down on me so I can see these better. Okay. Nope, I messed up. Pull one back. So there go 2 in here. I'd say surprisingly there's a lot more like wrist movement in this than there is compared to regular crochet. So definitely can't micro crochet as long as I can regular crochet. It's important to take breaks and stretch. No point in hurting yourself. Okay. Sorry if I blew into the mic. So even if you're not working with like a dark or a black yarn trying to micro crochet, you're kind of just sticking your needle where you know the stitches, not necessarily that you're seeing it. You're just trusting the stitch to be there. Okay, and I'm ending on 2, which is correct for the pattern. Okay, top of the chain 3. Oh yeah, this one's definitely tighter than the other one. Which is fine, because usually what I'll do is I'll just make like a bunch of these and then I'll just play matchmaker and match them up. Which ones look the best together. I'm so concentrated right now, I'm not really talking much. Yeah, but I do make these into keychains. I'm trying to think of other keychain ideas I could do. I also did like little skull keychains, and yeah, that's been it so far. I do have a hat, not a hat, a cat pattern that I want to try out to make micro and see how that looks. Okay, almost done with this row. Last stitch. Okay. Boom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Oh, come on. There you go. Alright, just one more row of double crochets and then a row of single crochets and then we'll be done. And aside from these, aside from micro crochet stuff and the hats that I have to make, I do need to make some of my little mushroom chapstick holders because those have been really popping off at my markets and seem to be a good gift idea. I think once I'm done with this one, probably gonna end this stream and then go have some dinner. oh, come on now. And then if you ever miss a stream and you want to watch it, I do post them on my YouTube, which is my same handle on there, DCMH Hibba. And sometimes I do live stream on YouTube. And then I typically post on my Instagram stories when I am streaming. I do have a stream schedule currently on Twitch, but so far I have not been following it, so we shall see. I usually on Mondays stream, and then I'm trying to stream at least 3 days a week, so I'm aiming for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we shall see. Okay, and now we have our single crochet row, and then we'll be done. Come on. if the hook would like to go in the stitch, we can. That was the wrong stitch. Oh boy. There we go. I wonder what I did do with half double crochets, because I distinctly remember doing some micro crochet project with half double crochets, and I really thought it was this one. I guess not. What's everyone having for dinner, or what's everyone had for dinner today? Anything good? I've been in a baked bean kind of mood. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the holidays. But I've been really in a baked bean kind of mood. Okay, almost done. Alright, and that was the last stitch. So, cut it off, leaving a nice long tail. That sounds good. I just love beans. Beans are a good time. Okay, now we try to see where we're weaving things in. So I skip one. Go in there. Okay, and then slip this guy. Ow. Yep, definitely just stabbed under my nail. Everything's fine. It's a labor of love. And there we go. And we pull it nice and closed. And there we are. Just tie it off. And we do our surgeon's knot, and then hopefully don't break the yarn this time. Okay, try to make sure it's tight, but I don't want it too tight where it's pulling the bottom and the top in a weird way. Okay, I think we're good, and the yarn didn't break this time. Love that. And I'm gonna snip as close to it as possible. Okay. and put those in my little jar, and there it is. Okay, this one's definitely smaller, I think. I don't know, we'll do a size comparison. And there he is. It's a cute little striped hat. Actually, I think they're the same size. This one might be slightly bigger, but not by much. And they match. Love that. So there we go. We made our little pair. And I think we're gonna leave it there for tonight. Alright, well, thank you guys for joining me today. Like I said, I post on my Instagram story if I'm going to live stream. Typically live stream on Mondays, trying to do a couple other days too. And yeah, I post my lives on YouTube. It was nice meeting you too. Thanks for joining me. But yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and thank you for joining me on my corner of the internet today.